Wait, before you skip ahead or continue, check the timestamps, check the playlist for specific floor sets, check out my merch store for Deep Dungeon related apparel. Cue the intro. Hello, I'm Angelus Demonus with a Dawntrail live tutorial guide for Palace of the Dead solo on Pictomancer if your goal is to get the Necromancer title. This live tutorial guide will cover floors 191 to 200. It's the home stretch and you are almost there. I'll provide aggro and sleep intel on the top of the screen for every pull. A major part of this video I am proud about is we basically went through this entire set without using a steal. Every enemy got pulled at least once without steal, and I very much hope this helps give gamers a lot of confidence going into the final set. Also, I had a bit of a challenge managing floor debuffs, so I hope my decision making through each floor will be great information for viewers to take away. I highly suggest gandering at the timestamps in the description below if you wish to look for specific tips that may help you or floors you might be stuck on. If you are looking for the other floor sets, be sure to check the playlist on the upper right card or in the description below for the link. If you have any questions on anything that goes on with this run, things I may not have covered, or if you are confused on anything, be sure to leave them in the comments below and I will try to respond as soon as I can. No single question is silly, and every single experience is unique. Be sure to keep me posted on how your own runs are going. Good luck, have fun, and I hope this guide helps you. Welcome to the final set 191 plus. Now my palms are gonna look amazing. However, we will still try to really get across a lot of pulls and a lot of showcasing here. If anything, I'm walking in with 3 rages, but one thing, we did really work hard to keep these 3 rages because you saw how much we fought. If you watched the previous floor, I'm sorry. If you watched the previous floor set 181, we fought a lot to kind of keep our palms in order. So that was really helpful. We got a couple pickups that were really nice, but that's kind of what Pictomancer brings to the table. It has its own power, you know, it brings a lot to the table. So we're going to try to showcase what it can do in 191 plus and hopefully be able to give you guys a good visual. I would assume you guys are not going to have, hopefully, maybe as good of a palm set as we have, but we'll still try to be like, this is what you can fight, this is what you can't fight. Last checks we're going to do here. Check your potion stock. I'm happy with what I have. I only have 1 posture, but we have 256. Mathematically, I believe, with a 15-second cooldown and a 1-hour lockout, I believe the maximum you could possibly use is 240 if you were to chug it every single second in Deep Dungeon, so we're beyond the maximum, so that's gonna be fine. Food check, if you don't have the food on or if your food's running out, hop on the food right now. Double check your max and supers if you have enough, but you really should be good even if you're using the ones that are in the game mode. Make sure that you have an hour. You know, make sure that you have an hour allotted. Just have a straight hour for this last 10 floors because it is the finale. Let's do it. 191 plus. We'll talk about the rest of it as we go, and there's quite a lot to talk about, but we'll do it in real time. Let me just manage this here for a second. All right. Let's do it. 191 plus. Raising check. Raising check. Get the raising on. Don't forget. Okay. So I'm probably gonna open with a strength, but not a steal. Now, one thing to note here, time will flow very differently in 191 plus. You may find yourself spending 10 minutes on the first floor, 10 minutes more on the second floor. That's okay. Whatever concept of time you've had up until now, throw it out the window because it's going to be really weird in here. You're going to probably hang on to a lot of your palms later and not use so much in the beginning floors. That's how we're going to go for it. So let's try to talk about how we do things first. Now, usually I've been trying to keep the strength around 2, if not, you know, maybe at cap, but this time we're going to try to keep the strength at 1. We're going to keep the steal at 2, so if I pick up another one, I'm just going to use it because we don't have a boss coming in here, right? Mummy is proximity, one of the high priority kills, simply because you have to kill it to get to things. So we're going to kill it with the full burst. It opens with that Kono, which is a stun, but generally it's probably just going to die before it really gets any dangerous here. So that is a... ooh, not quite. 1 more GC here. Alright, Flytraps are definitely going to be a really, really good kill. They are sound aggro, and they attack very, very, very slow. But funny enough, because they're easy to kill, they may not be some of the ones you kill a lot because you can bypass them so easily, you know? Like, the mummies are a little bit more concerning because they're kind of blocking my pathing if I want to check towards the left or right. So those are going to be higher priority than the Flytraps are. Gonna pull another mummy here just to get rid of it, because it is a little close to the exit and that left passageway. Doing a little bit of stagger kiting here. As it comes in, I'm gonna move away. Didn't quite get it there. And got it there. Nice, let's go. You can see I don't take damage. That one I took damage for, but that's perfectly fine. Okay. No looking for a patrol at the moment, but that's okay. Hippogryph. Okay, Hippogryph is going to be one of the more deadly ones. Think of it like an ape. Think of it like a Archaeosaur. Actually, it's a lot closer to an Archaeosaur, if anything. It is sight aggro. There's a patrol, actually. So we're going to kite around from here. Okay, good. So it's dead before it even becomes a problem. I do have a Corse patrol here. That is proximity. But we're going to ignore it for now. I will pull it a little bit later. We're going to go with the trap currently. Didn't check the sleeps here, so I gotta do that. Always forgetting that. We're gonna check the sleep on the trap. It is not sleepable. The Hippogryph, I'm almost certain we can sleep. But I'll probably demonstrate that a little bit later. The mummies you cannot sleep, but I will demonstrate that right now. Oh, good thing I got both of them. That's gonna be a bit of a problem. Alrighty, so we have two of them. Gonna shield. So I whip Pictomancer with so much damage. Alright. That's one down, watching the Corse patrol here. The single is gonna kill me. Okay. Ooh, that crit, but it didn't register the damage. Okay, doing the Hippogryph here. Checking for the sleep. Doing a regular pull here. Should have done it earlier, but it's fine. Doing the sleep now. It is sleepable, as you can see there. Double attack going in right there. That's the double attack that it has. High damage. If it gets caught with that, but that's okay. Alright, checking out the other rooms. We got a Mario chest over there because it's floating. Mummy's proximity. Hippogryph is psyched. Let's do a Flytrap. While I kind of wait for my cooldown to come up a little bit. I do want to pull that Corse patrol to demonstrate the Corse patrol. I actually am pretty confident about killing that without steel. Not a lot of jobs can actually say that. Tanks can, but DPS, that's going to be a really tricky fight if you don't have steel on, but we have so much damage on Pictomancer, we'll be able to take care of it before it really becomes a problem. 5-minute respawns, that's actually one thing I haven't really talked about in the 151 set. We have 5-minute respawns, and there's a Hippogryph that just spawned over there in front of me. Every 5 minutes something respawns. Okay, full burst available. So I'm gonna open with a shield. Again, this is going to be, so what's difficult about these Corse patrols, one, their proximity. Also notice the way it's leaning. See that's kind of leaning a little bit, well, it's kind of going down the middle. Sometimes when they go down the room, they will kind of lean in a certain direction, but it doesn't always happen. That one's more down the middle. Let's actually check it over here to see where it walks. You want to watch it, because if it leans either to its right or its left, if you're on that wall, it will totally aggro. So you have to pay attention. So you're not 100% safe on a wall. You have to make sure that it's not going in a certain direction. So watching, see, it leaned to its left a little bit. So if I was on the left wall, on my right, I could potentially, but actually recentered itself. Okay. So it's something you have to watch every time it goes through a room. I'm gonna open with sprints. Gonna open with sleep. It is, not sleepable. Chalker. That is a Corse patrol on Pictomancer. I'll tell you right now, I have trouble pulling that on Machinist without steel. Here, This is something I like to personally do, personal strategy. I like doing the alterations early. I do not use alterations later. I like to get rid of them earlier. Because I have a rage, well, 3 of them, the rage is going to protect me against possible mimics. Later, because you're dealing with mostly undead 97, 98, 99, and no knockback later, you kind of don't want to deal with mimics later, and I'd rather just keep it more straightforward. And I tend not to use the alterations anything past like 94, 95. We got Corrigans here, that's really good. Really good excuse here to do a fortune, honestly, so I'm going to do that. Got another Corse patrol coming in here. 1. Gonna kill these Corrigans first. Okay, I have sprints. Gonna pull this one. Gonna shield here. Nice miss. Might be able to kill this without my wing. Okay, next pull here is going to be a Wraith. It is a proximity aggro. It does shoot out of combat. I'll actually wait for it. I think it did shoot me earlier, but I'll just wait for it to shoot out of combat here. It shoots out of combat. Can be a little annoying with the Accursed Pox. Definitely a priority pull just because of that out of combat, but yeah, there it is, Accursed Pox. It does a very traditional Wraith kind of thing where it will open with Scream, and then it will follow with Accursed Pox. You see that kind of thing with the Heaven on High. Now, one thing you want to be very careful with about this: do not park this thing dead center right about here. See this position right here, right here. Do not do that, and then be at the base of the thing. Watch this AoE as it comes out. Look at that. If you do that, oh boy, say goodnight. Make sure you're careful and don't put yourself in that position. There's the Accursed Pox over there. Alright, that's a dead Wraith. Definitely want to always showcase that when I get a chance, because that's not something you want to deal with. And I have caused issues like that before. More in Heaven on High than here, but yeah, not a pleasant thing to deal with. Shank that steel. Okay, so the steel's gonna come in here. I may hold off on the steel just because we want to demonstrate a lot of things without that steel. Didn't demonstrate if we can sleep a Wraith though, so I'm gonna have to do that a little later, but that's okay. Scream will do a 10-second terror and moderate damage. I don't think it actually kills you even as a DPS, however, that Accursed Pox will probably delete you thereafter, because the terror means you can't move, so you're stunned, you're essentially stunned for 10 seconds. But it's a very bad move to take. Oh, I put myself in bad position here, hold on. Okay, we're okay now? Gonna re-strength here. Again, we're keeping the strength at 1, and I'm holding on to the steel on purpose. I only have 1 purity as well, so we want to be worried about that, but I'm going to continue opening chests here. Oh, well, okay, you can have that, it's fine. I'm going to check this one instead, whatever. Fortune! Okay, so I'm going to pull this mummy, because it's kind of close to the exit. Angling the beam, making sure I don't shoot it into the room. Gotta always be careful about that beam angle. That is a crit, that is not a... Oh, I also don't have a potion running, so that's not helping. Oh, you dropped the chest. I'm gonna wait for my HP to come back here. Ah, yes, the strengths are coming in very strong. I didn't get to check this one. Ooh, but I have to pull this. This is too close to the exit, so this one has to go. Hit me! There you go, broke my shield, very good. I'm gonna do another Affluence Altar, because I just picked one up. I am going to do that. After that, that's probably the last altar you're gonna see me do. After here, into 94, I will flight and flight. Burn off all the flights, 94, 95. Saving the Rezos and the Rage for the last couple of floors. Gloom, and that kind of complicates things a little bit, but we'll see how this goes. I got a steal, so I guess I'll take the steal in the Gloom. I'm certainly gonna feel less confident about killing things in Gloom. They're already hitting me really hard, but this is gonna help me a lot. Let's try to navigate. Okay, Corse Patrol. I'm okay with it in Gloom with the Steel on. I would say, like, okay, we were getting through quite a lot, without the Steel. But when you get the Gloom floor, maybe this is where you, like, use the Steel here. That also means a Ghost is nearby. You use the Steel to counter the Gloom instead of using a Serenity to counter the Gloom. Serenities can get a little sensitive. You don't want to definitely dip them too low. Or you just get one, which is fine too. Which, you know what I'm gonna do? We're dumping Steel. For demonstration purposes. Okay, so now... I don't want to pull this one without my full burst necessarily. I kind of have a full burst. Let's pull another one. I'm gonna have my shield available here. I did dump Steel on purpose. Because I'm crazy. Battle. Please die. Okay, good. Okay. So now here we kind of resume going through without the Steels. Now you have Onyx Dragons showing up here. Onyx Dragons are Proximity. They're the same name as the one in 141, but these are Proximity. They will do the same exact thing in terms of going in with the Evil Eye, which does a Terror, followed by the Tonal Miasma Breath, which does a disease and moderate damage. The Wombo combo will more than likely kill you. You don't want to take it. I keep forgetting a potion, by the way. Oh boy! Okay, I'm good. There's a ghost in here somewhere. I need to see if this is the exit, though, because I didn't reveal it as the exit, but it's a little bit tough. Because I don't know if I get an angle without actually aggroing this dragon. Oh, I do. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Pull the dragon, no Steel. With strength, no Steel. Okay, so we've pulled everything up until now. Everything is cleared. Also, again, noted, we haven't fought... aside from the Gloom floor, everything has been pulled without Steel. Which... look, man, that's gonna go a long way. You know, just knowing what you can do without Steel, what kind of damage is here, what Pictomancer is bringing to the table. I think it's nutty if you can get away without the Steel. I mean, that's the plus of a tank. That a tank gets away without Steel. So now you're saying, like, oh, Picto can kind of do it too? It's crazy to think about. I'm gonna pull this one to kind of wait for a little bit of my cooldown to come in, then I'll probably pull the Hippogryph after. Again, this is one of the easier pulls to do. Pulling damage. And taking the much easier enemy here. Okay, now we're gonna do the Hippogryph here. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna Sly Cast Sprint. Okay. That Shriek will do a stun if it hits me. It broke my shield, but the damage didn't register. That's interesting. It went through the motion, but I don't think it took damage. Mimic! I have a Witching. And I think I will use the Witching for this. Ow! Witching. Oh, nice. Dude, every time I've done it, it's been an imp. It's trying to level it out, that's all. Doing Addle there? Might get interrupted, yep. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, now you need to really stop. I'm within range of dying here. I'm gonna wait for my hammer to come in. I have a Muse available for a Soot Cast. If needed, I'll do it. I do. Okay. I can't keep doing that though, so that's one thing. That's the exit. Oh, Korrigans are up there. I didn't even know they were up here. So let's pull this Onyx Dragon because it's in my way. Evil Eye coming in. We can just actually go really far away from Evil Eye. Followed up by the Miasma Breath coming in. And continuing to do this no steal. I will kind of check over there to those Corrigans, why not? We're also gonna set up the flight for the next floor, which I said the next two are gonna be flighted, so we'll do that now. I do have burst damage here, so we'll see. Okay, gonna open with sprints. Open Serenity. Okay, got another Serenity, so that's good. Pulled everything up until here. I don't think I tried sleeping the dragon. Did I sleep the dragon? I don't remember. Nope, that's a nope. Let's sleep the dragon. Oh no, it can't sleep. Shocker. Okay, let's see where this Corse patrols go. It's going straight. Okay. I think that was a respawn, because I don't think that was floating around earlier. Alright, so I think we've slept everything so far. The Hippogryph has been slept, that can sleep. The Flytrap cannot. Dragon cannot. Mummy cannot. Yes, and then the Wraith we did, that cannot. So we've been good so far. Gonna look into getting the next set of enemies coming in soon. 20 minutes on the first 3 floors, as I was kind of mentioning that earlier. But this is where we start to really speed up with the flights. I'm gonna pop another flight here now. Okay, that is the Stonehenge. Potential trap, by the way, we're gonna showcase that again. Potential trap on this corner right over here, which we actually hit on maybe about 20 floors ago. Partially intentionally, but I mean, it's there, so what can you do? That looks like a treasure room. Alright, gonna go with the bicep here. Gonna open with a sleep. No oh, I actually will get strength up at the very least here. It's gonna open with glass, whatever it's called, glass punch. Pretty big damage in terms of that. Almost dead. It can do another glass punch in a little bit. But we'll be okay by it before that really happens. There you go. That's a bicep. Onyx Dragon Fachan is over there, which is a patrol, but he's not patrolling because he's in the treasure room. I'm gonna check that room to see if that is a exit or not. But either way, I'm gonna pull the Fachan over here. It's a little bit more of a riskier pull for Picto because it does do consistent damage. I can't really kite it as well, or I can't kite it at all. And I really have to stay close so it can do L5. So we definitely want to have a shield available for this fight, as well as most of our bursts. So I'm going to wait for my hammer to show up and then we'll pull it. Showcasing what we can sleep on purpose. For the case of demonstration. Okay, everything is available. So again, this is going to be a little bit of a tougher fight here. I'm going to open with a shielding here. We're going to get this out of here. Now we're going to sleep it to check the sleep. Again, staying close. I do not want to kite this thing. It does not sleep, because you want it to get to L5. L5 is what's going to be the big one that kind of helps you mitigate some damage here. L5 you want to get behind. That is not engaged. That is a pure tonal. So if you're in front, you're dead. Gives me time to cast that. Not quite dead yet. Alright, let me see if there's something else in here, but I think I pulled everything up until now. All of this is nasty. The fly traps are all sound. The Hippogryph is sight, but all these other ones are proximity. So there's really no chance of me getting a lot of those chests unless I start working that room. And there's no need to because the exit's not there. That's the exit, so we're gonna just pull this one because it's gonna be a nice, easier pull. We're gonna stay with the Onyx Dragons for now because they are definitely more tame than the Hippogryph. Especially because we can stay afar, and he's busy casting magic, and by the time he even gets to me, he's probably gonna be dead, so, one real convenient spot about these enemies here. Okay, pulling the next one. Actually, I can pull a Flytrap better, but I need to pull it back a little bit, because the splash damage would hit the dragon if I were to hit it from this distance here. Okay, that's good. Popping a potion. Doing regular G-Cities here, allowing kind of my cooldowns to come back here as well. I am using vegetable soup on my end, determination and direct hit. Anything above 540 is what you want to go for. I like determination and direct hit on my food. Azure. Predominantly because I would usually go spell speed for caster, but Pictomancer spell speed is a little bit less important in my opinion because the motifs don't take advantage of the spell speed. So HP down can be a little spooky, but we will try to fight. I do have the raising. Once the raising goes off though, I'm gonna probably take it a lot more seriously. In terms of like stealing and everything. What did I say? Nothing. I didn't say a thing. I didn't say a single thing. We're gonna do the bicep because it's proximity, so let's pull that one first. Again, it opens with Glass Punch, so I want to have the shield available for that when it comes in at me. Right about here, a little like this one. We're gonna open with Cannon, the Catapult after that. Watching my beam, I do not want to beam in the direction of the Hippogryph there. Okay, he did break my shield anyway, so it's fine. This is flighted. Okay, this Onyx Dragon probably has to go because it's kind of dead center. It could move into my direction, or I guess not. Okay, well, just kidding. I'm gonna check this one. I don't really need to. It could be a portrait. Don't really need the portraits anymore. Okay. The Fachan is moving in, so let's pull it. Yeah, okay. I have Addle. My shield is coming up soon. I'm gonna pop a potion here. Gonna Addle now. Most of my burst is available here. Ow. That's not good. That's not good at all. I might die on this one. Oh, no, fine. But I have to kill it right now. Okay. So yeah, so far, literally, those are like the most deadliest pulls. And granted, I didn't have a lot of any of my defenses up or my heals available, but definitely a much riskier pull that you have to take a little bit more care of. Coming in with the Conal on the Onyx Dragon here, again, proximity pull. Much more calmer. Prep. Prep. Potion. Check chest. Strength again, which is good. Alright, first case of the Knight. The Knight will be a little concerning because of its opening tank buster, but if we have a shield available, it'll make it a little bit more trivial. So we're gonna kind of wait for our burst to come up. I will wait for at least Hammer here, and we'll kind of vibe for a little bit. Nothing else I really want to pull, so we'll wait for here. What it's going to do is it's going to come at me. It's going to do an auto attack and a tank buster, which hurts. So the shield wants to be available there. Then it'll do a giant donut where you want to be on the inside. You'll see like a red ring around it, so make sure you're not there. With steel, DPS can survive. I'm not sure without steel. Don't really want to find out right now, but don't get hit with it. And then as the fight progresses longer and longer, it'll eventually get back to that tank buster, but you know, the general gist with Pictomancer said it's ending things fast enough for anything to be worried about. So let's pull here. Opening shield. Gonna keep away. There's the tank buster right there, staying in close now. That's the donut, that is Death Spiral. And then it's basically dead. So welcome to that fight. No steel, still. Haven't really used the steel. I used the steel earlier for Gloom, and then we took it off on purpose. I'm gonna leave it in there. That's how much we're showing right now, guys. Axel, you're seeing Pictomancer right now in PoTD. In my opinion, it is definitely about the damage that it shows. It is high damage, and it's really, really good, so... Okay, so here, I want to do the Serenity for the no items. I'm thinking about it. My strength is about to fall off, and it's a full room. So let's do the Serenity. Let's see what we can fight, though. I have most of my burst, but not all of my burst available for the thing. Now, one thing I kind of forgot again here, I do have enough safeties and sights for the rest of it. I actually now have too much. So I'm going to do a safety here, and probably sight the last two. That's what we're going to go for. I'm going to re-up the strength as well. So now let's take out this room. I'm going to have to dodge these patrols, but we'll take out this room here. Wraith again is proximity. Everything up there is going to be proximity. We do have our first instance of a Gourmand, which I will pull eventually. Want to watch Watch the scream here, but that's fine. We got it in a good position here, no problem here. It's then gonna follow up with a Cursed Pox coming right after. Just maintaining, I'm gonna hold my damage here, waiting for more of the Gourmand, as opposed to this Wraith, because it only single attacks. The Gourmand double attacks. Again, the Gourmand, think of it like an ape. Think of it like the Wyvers and etc. They only just basically do double attacks, so they're gonna be a little bit deadlier. They are sleepable. I will demonstrate that in a little bit. So let's do the opening pull here. I gotta watch their Fachan behind me. In here. Okay. Hiding. There's a double attack! Okay. Didn't have a potion running, but that's fine. So there, it is sleepable. That is the Gourmand being slept. That is the Gourmand dying. Okay. I do need to kill the Bicep, who's kind of blocking me, because again, it is proximity. I want to wait for a little bit of my burst coming up here. There is the exit. You can see the little blue orb in front of me, so at least I know where the exit is. There's nothing else I want to go for, so we're just going to carve our way towards the exit, kind of ignoring everything else. Most of my burst is available. I'm going to shield on the opening here, again, to protect against the glass punch that's going to come in here. Right there, and it interrupted me, which is great. Love that for me. May get hit with another glass punch, potentially. No, we're good. Okay. Gonna make my way towards the Gooboos over there. Watching this Fachan coming in. Fachan. Okay, don't want that chest because I have to fight a knight for that. I'll pull this right now. I do have the comfort of sleep if this thing gets a little bonkers. So we will back up into the sleep if needed. I don't have a shield here, so... We didn't take the auto attack, that's nice. Okay, gonna do that. Gonna Surcast and sleep before he gets off another tank buster on me. Okay, gonna heal a little bit, wait for a couple cooldowns, gonna cast my motif. Benefit of the sleep, benefit knowing that this can sleep. You can kind of fight this a little chill and wait for some of your other things to come in, you know? It will open with a tank buster here. If it even gets to me, it does not. Three floating eyeballs happening here. I could pull one, actually. Let's pull one, because a lot of my burst is available. Pop a fresh potion. Let's pull this one. Shielding here. Broke my shield in one hit. Nice. Okay. Down that one. Sleepy Mob's really a godsend on the shop. It opens a lot of doors. I mean, a lot of enemies that you can sleep in general, you could go through the tactic of like fighting half of them, and then sleeping it, and then waiting for your healing to come up, and then do the second fight. Especially if you're DPSing really good. It's fine, just do that, you know? Just give yourself some time to recuperate. Pictomancer for sure is going to be in that category as well. Mainly because, hold on. Mainly because, you have the damage to compensate for it, right? So in this case, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to sleep. So I'm going to chill for here. I'm going to wait for my HP to come up, wait for some cooldowns to come up. I'm making some amazing time. Again, I haven't, except for the Gloom floor, which we ended up doing a Serenity for, I have not... Oh, I did that wrong. Oops. We have not used Steel this entire time, you know? Alright, so I'm just gonna go. Palms are really good. I mean, my strength I could probably use for, but we'll just get to the next floor as is for now. Have to worry about the fact that I burned that Serenity earlier. You know, these debuffs have been kind of kind to us, so I'm gonna expect worse debuffs moving forward. Like here, I think I got a buff and a debuff here. Oh, baby! 2 no items in a row. That's... Ooh, and that. Okay. So here's an interesting predicament. I'm gonna have to do this very quickly. I'm going to do this right now. I will now steal, because we're gonna burn a rage here. I'm gonna rage now. I didn't get the safety off, so we want to be careful. I did the witching, but I didn't get much here, so we have to be a little careful with this rage. Okay. So now I have to be really careful, making sure I kind of force aggro here. Because you want things to come at you. You don't want to kind of run into the room. A lot of these have proximity, so they're going to come at you. And this is the kind of the best way to kind of handle a treasure room like this one. I guess he exits behind me, because there's nothing here. Which is fine. I may take the advantage of trying to check these chests right now. Let me force aggro the knight here. There you go. Gonna force aggro the Gourmand. There you go. And then we hit the Fachan over there. I think that's all I want to go for. Again, you can open chests, open bronze chests in a transformation, just not golds and just not silver chests. So watch, if I go to this gold chest, it'll give me an error message. They can't do a transform. Purity came in, that's nice. I'm gonna do a safety here. So now we do have a little bit of a lose condition, because if it continues to give me no items, that's a problem. So I'm gonna take a look at some of these chests that are available here, and see if I can pick up maybe another Serenity, but we do kind of have a little bit of a lose condition. And one thing that you can consider, which we'll actually probably do on this particular floor set, if you're running out of the Serenity, again, one thing to note, 97, 98, 99, you cannot get no knockback. It's impossible. It doesn't exist. It is what it is. So that's something to take into consideration, because if you're starting to run low on Serenity, or if you have no Serenity, it definitely will benefit you to rage before you get into the next floor. Because then in that case, you know you're not going to get no knockback. Now you might get some really crappy other debuffs like auto heal, no items. And if you get the no items, that's really going to kind of carry you right there, right? So we have to kind of think of that as a potential thought here. Now, I am trying to not rely too much on the rage right now to kind of demonstrate a couple things as best as I can. But in this case, hold on. What the hell is the exit? There's the exit, I found it. And I pulled this. Okay, I'm gonna do a purity here. Give me a moment. I'm actually not in a great spot here. I'm losing the strength. Okay. Did not even have a good. I didn't have my my smudge there. I still have to demonstrate one more thing, which is the Gravekeeper. We do need to do the Gravekeeper. I need to get to the Gravekeeper. There were none here. Well, yeah, I think I didn't even see one in the treasure room. Anyway, you do want to have the idea of taking, like, using a palm on, like, this floor and then taking it into the next floor while transformed and seeing how much you can do. It might be a very strong consideration to do if you're running out of Serenity, if you're getting a lot of no items, you know? Now, this is a nasty floor here because all of these are proximity, every single one of them. So I need to kind of slowly kill this room. I'm also going to repop that string. Gotta watch my position here, because I need to be careful of the scream here. Nope. I canceled my own cast on that one. Okay, going here, gonna pull the bicep. We do have steel now, but we demonstrated enough of these pulls without the steel. There's only one more that I want to do without steel, which is going to be the Gravekeeper. We fought everything here without steel, except for one. Now you're gonna start to see kind of the skill speed, the kill speed of Pictomancer right here. We're just gonna start obliterating things. Especially because I'm not holding back with my damage and I don't have to wait for my cooldowns because we have steel on. Checking this chest 100%. To wish and don't need it. Okay, so what I will want to do is I want to pop a resolution. I'm going to pop a potion. I'm going to pop a resolution here as we're leaving, just in case I get no items. So see if I can probably get away with this floor. Especially because we had 2 in a row. Debuffs. We got debuffs. And we did get a nasty no item floor once more. Okay, so what I want to do is come over this direction. These are going to be stunnable. Now this may take 4 hits to kill, although we'll see. I'm going to hit this one here. We did get kind of a little bit catastrophic situation here. It's gonna die in 3, so that's fine. Okay, so with the stunnable enemies, it's good to do the AoE here to hit twice. hit 3 times in the same spot. If you're doing fast enough, you should be good to go here. Okay. Gravekeeper here. Now, it is also no ability, so that's also really bad. Here, we're going to do predictable movement. We're going to kind of predict the movement in which it's going to, and then hit it again. And get hit pretty hard here. Oh, that was before the thing. Okay, this is kind of big. Yikes. Okay, so I have an idea here. I'm gonna have to Serenity. Gonna have to. I really have to. Crap. Now we're gonna take this very seriously. Taking care of the Mimic here. I'm gonna have to sit on the Pox. So basically what this all comes down to is that last floor. And I may not have a Serenity for the last floor. I'm gonna do a Fortune now since I didn't have one going up. I'm also gonna do a Sight because we have an extra one here. So we do want to now very strongly consider getting a Rage as we leave the floor. In the case we get the worst possible situation of getting a no items for the 4th time in a row. Which can happen. But we will not get no knockback, that's for sure. Okay. Strength came in. I'm gonna pull this right now. Oh, that hurt! Okay, we're fine. Everything's fine. Everything's mostly fine. I wasn't healing, by the way. Okay, good. I do want to pull the Knight first, and we will finish this floor with killing the Gravekeeper without steal. Smudge OP. Smudge OP indeed. Tank Buster followed in by the Donut. I have a max potion here, but we should be okay. Now I have to use that max potion. Wow, okay, chill. That Pox is doing some work right now. That's the thing that's causing me so many issues, is the Pox. Fortune came in again. Okay, so it's a tricky affair here. So basically what makes this a little difficult is the fact that I only have one Purity. And the Purity is causing a lot of problems to make this very complicated. I think I can handle the Gubu, but I'm gonna have to sleep it midway. I may want to wait for my shielding to come up though. So I may have to sleep the Gubu halfway through, have my shield up, chill a little bit, then continue doing damage. And I still want to do the Gravekeeper before we go, so we'll see. Okay, gonna pull. Holding on to my Swift. Should be okay. Okay. Okay, there's the Gravekeeper back, and I would like to pull it without Pox on, but I'm gonna see what I can get to before I have to pull this thing without Steel. So, trying to organize my brain right now. I don't want to have Pox on going into the next floor. I also want to have a fresh Strength and Steel in case I need to fight it. That's what we're gonna look for. So, we're gonna pop it open, and again, that's to protect against the no items. Which we may get based on the way this is going right now, so we want to be very careful about that. Sight came in. I can kind of sneak around here right now. I may get myself stuck here, that's the only problem, but so far so good. That okay. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm just gonna leave now. Bye. I don't think I'm gonna get that chest right now. Okay, so now we're gonna do the Gravekeeper. I'm going to do the Purity here, but I cannot open chests anymore because of that. I should have full burst available, so we're gonna do a no steal Gravekeeper, which is the last one that we're going to do. Also gonna open with Sleep for the sleep check, because I think it's the last thing I haven't done with Sleep yet. Okay, sleep check. Hey, guess what? It can't sleep. Shocker. Okay, that is a no-steal strength Gravekeeper right there. Okay, so basically you can't take everything here without steal on Pictomancer with the full burst. Insane. But of course you're contending against a lot of other things. The debuffs, you know, other spawns, so on and so forth. So that, of course, if I had like HP down, if I had Gloom, that kind of dictates that using what we need to use, like a steal, etc. So now, comes down to this last floor. So you want to give yourself the highest advantage, which is going to be the Rage. Again, no knockback does not exist here on the last 3 floors, so 97, 98, 99. So if I go into a Rage on this floor, we will be able to use it 100%. It just comes down to whatever the game decides to give me. Important here is that I want a fresh Strength and Steel, because that backs me up in case it is another no item floor. Even if it's no ability floor, I'd rather have Strength and Steel on than not having it on. So we want a fresh Strength and Steel here. As I'm leaving, I pop this Rage. Right now. Now we hope for the best. Got 1 debuff, which is good. Okay, could have been worse. Nice. So now we just get out of here. I'm gonna go this way. So at least you prepared and protected yourself. And man, let me tell you, like the whole composure of the run changed once you saw that triple no items, man. Like that's a tough thing to deal with, you know. It's a good thing we do have the Rage for the option to do what we just did. Again, these are sound if I didn't mention it, so we're just gonna let them walk into me basically. Now, I was kind of like partially hoping I can get away with this run without actually using any of the Rage, but we had situations where I had to, and they actually came in really handy. So it kind of worked out. Okay, this is going to be a really good example of probably a really spicy resolution. All of these can stun, but they can die in 3 shots. Well, actually, damage down could complicate this, huh? I'd be willing to die for this. So because this is like a really juicy area here, because they're all here. Now, I wanted to wait for the Wraiths to actually finish shooting at me, because otherwise it gets a little bit complicated. I'm gonna come here, gonna angle this over here to try to get all 3. That should be good. Again, damage down here, but I do have strength to compensate. 1, 2, 3. Hitting in all 3. Another one. Last hit. There you go. So this is where if you see a Wraith and a Gourmand together like that, and they're all stunnable, it makes the AoEing really good. Just mash your button to get the 3 kills. Or to get the stun, to get the multi-kills there. And actually, you have even more in front of me right there. Where you have 3 together over there. You just have to be careful about the Wraiths shooting at me. Because if I get into range, they typically will open with that. You can't beat them to the punch if you do it fast enough. Like in this case, I'm going to do it. And there's another opportunity up there to do the multi, so I guess we're just going to do multis all the way up. Which is fine with me. Wait. I didn't safety your sight yet. Sight. Okay. So another opportunity to do it here. I have a Gravekeeper, so it's the one thing that's going to cause a little bit of a problem. There's 2 of them coming. So I want to kind of respect that. And I want to force the Wraith to shoot at me. Because then it makes it a little bit better. So I gotta I gotta actually be away. You don't want this weird combination where as I'm here with the AoE, the Gravekeeper's coming in, and I'm like in a slow walk. So like in this instance, oh man, I didn't do it right. God damn it. I was gonna like slow walk into the Gravekeeper, and then it was gonna like drop the AoE on me, but I kind of just hit my button. So that's okay. Not opening chests anymore for kind of obvious reasons. There's the AoE. I gotta kind of respect this Gravekeeper because it could go in my direction. It did. Okay, so I'm gonna resolution. I'm gonna angle it there. I do want to take the Wraith out more importantly because the Gourmands are not gonna shoot me. The Wraith is gonna shoot me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Then we take care of the Gourmand here. I had to kind of work my way to the exit here. 3 shots here. 3. Alright. And it looks like I'm clear to the exit, so let's go. And there you go, guys. Pictomancer. Now, it got a little, again, a lot of spicy here, a little spicy there, but the general power of what Pictomancer brings is... Like, you guys, you judge it for yourself. You saw what you saw, you figure out what that means to you, but this is a strong job. I really like this job a lot, and it does work. I mean, again, we fought everything here, no steal. But you do throw some wrenches, right? If it's Gloom, well, you may not want to do that without steal. If it's HP down, you gotta be real confident with that pull. If it's damage down, I mean, maybe damage down can handle. You start getting multiple pulls. Hey, look, it's my shirt. Pumpkin. Good pick. There you go. That's Pictomancer. GG. Good luck to anyone looking at Pictomancer. This is the new job, and this is a good job. It really is a good job. So I hope you guys watching had a good pick, got a good amount of info from that. Hopefully we did hopefully I did a decent job explaining the run. Looking good on the bench. There you go. Picto's good. I mean, look, I like to personally, I want to let the job speak for itself, right? I can advertise the job as much as I can. I can be biased towards the job, but with these runs like this, like, just look at it. Just you know, come to that conclusion yourself. What do you think about it, and then see if it applies to your playstyle. You know, that's just how you go about it. Get a high score. All right, there you go. 191 to 200 in the books. Pictomancer for you guys. The live tutorial is complete.